Continuing with achieving financial success, this is lecture 2 from chapter 1. The financial success is achievement of your financial aspirations. Everybody's goals are different. Yours, yours can be very high, be very modest. It doesn't matter. Um, some people are risk takers, some people are conservative. So your aspirations should reflect that. So financial happiness is satisfaction with your money matters. Financial security is when you're comfortable with your resources were sufficient to meet your needs and wants. The one of the big things here, and we'll talk about many times this semester, is the distinguishing between needs and wants. The you know uh, Truthfully, we have our needs are relatively minimal. There aren't that many of them. Um, Most of what we strive for in life is wants. You know, the needs are just the things you need to survive and live comfortably, as opposed to wants. Most wants involve luxuries and so forth. So, figure 1.1 is the building blocks to achieving financial success. Start down here at the bottom. The use of regular income to provide for your basic lifestyle, and then we add our base. Whoops. Ah, so the have our base, so that the base includes checking account, savings account, money market, insurance, and employee benefits. And once we get beyond there, we start establishing goals. Keep organized financial records. We develop a budget. That's one of the first things we'll do this semester is develop a budget. That's our first assignment. Uh, Develop an emergency fund. So then we move forward and move on up the pyramid. And once you manage all of these items, you, you, you develop a successful financial plan and prepare for the future, manage your current expenses and so forth. This figure 1.2 is kind of a similar to the building blocks, but it's designed for a younger person who's just starting out. So getting your house in order by the time you're 30. So we start at the bottom, of our base. We meet our financial obligations, uh, making your payments on time. That's one of the most important things you can do with regard to your credit score. Build an emergency fund, contribute to your 401k, up at least to your employer's match. You know, save for uh, save for different goals, whether that be a wedding, a home, a vehicle, a vacation, so forth. Pay off your credit cards. Living with a credit card balance is going to make it incredibly difficult for you to get ahead in the future. So, most credit cards at some point they're going to kick into interest rates 18% or even higher. You know, the reduce taxes to as much as you possibly can. Get all the insurance you need. The homeowners, car. Make sure you have the if you have children or family members that are dependent on you, you should have life insurance. If you do not, there's no need to have life insurance. Uh, Pay off your student loans. Invest in different types of investments and so forth. So again, this is basically a plan for a young person starting out. So concept checks. Yeah, the book is designed with these. We'll go through these after uh, each learning objective. So describe financial success. To So, achievement of financial aspirations. What is financial happiness? That's satisfaction about money matters. And then the building blocks of of achieving financial success. That was figure 1-1 that we just went through. So, so, so second learning objective: understand the economy and how it affects your personal financial success. I think we're all seeing that right now. To some extent, whether it be we're directly or indirectly, I'm sure it's likely you know somebody who's lost their job currently. Um, but that is a perfect example of how the economy affects your financial decision making and so forth. So the economy is just a system of productive employment resources, in a country, state, or community. So, you think of all the employers and, most recently, all the employers that have been forced to shut down. That is and those employers pay salaries and sell goods and so forth you know, employees spend money on various things, and then money that the goods and services that the employers use and produce and so forth provide income to others. So it's a kind of a cascading effect, if you will. Economic growth is increasing production and consumption in the economy. That's what we normally see. So uh, except even when we're in a recession, a lot of times there's a very minimal amount of economic growth. So it's just uh, it's just declining. Unfortunately, this last quarter we actually saw a decline in economic growth because of the current situation. So, the business cycle. There are 6 stages of the business cycle. The economy grows and contracts over time. So we have expansion, peak, contraction, downturn, and trough, and recovery. So we'll the see if I can. All right, so we'll start the next lecture on this chart, which details the each of those situations.